What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we'd love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. Right now I'm going to give you guys my review of the new animated movie, Spirit Untamed. Yes, I did. I went to the theater to see this movie. You know why? Because I have a 7-year-old daughter who loves Spirit. Now, when I was a kid, the original one came out, Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, which is completely unconnected to this stuff. And I never saw it. I've since seen it as an adult with my daughter. But then Netflix started making the Spirit series. And it has ran for several seasons now. Let me see how many seasons it's gone for. It's gone for Spirit Riding Free. It's gone for 8 seasons. 8 seasons. And, you know, I've seen a lot of it. I can't say I've seen every episode. I can't even say I've seen half of them. But I've seen a lot of them. And, it's been a decent little Netflix series, something that my daughter really likes. My daughter loves horses. She takes horse riding lessons, and she's really into the Spirit show. So, when the movie came out called Spirit Untamed, I knew that I had to watch it because I had to take her to see it. The movie really follows the Netflix series. So I thought that the movie was initially I thought the movie was gonna be a continuation of the Netflix series. Like, instead of doing season 9, I thought they were gonna do a movie. That's not what they did. They went back to the drawing board and completely restarted Lucky's story. Lucky's the main girl. And they completely restarted her story. And they did it a little bit more cinematically. Right? The animation was better, the voice acting was better, the sound was better, everything about the presentation was better. It was more cinematic. They just went back and kind of restarted it. So Lucky is this girl who's her mom died when she was a baby. Her mom died riding horses, and her dad moved out west to start his railroad business. And instead of taking her out as an infant into this hard wilderness, by the way, this is, I think the 1800s, the late 1800s. Instead of taking her out into the west in this hard wilderness, he left her with his grandparents and his aunt, or his sister. Sorry, he left her with his parents and his sister, her grandparents and aunt. Well, as her grandpa's running for a governorship, he finds that having her there is becoming too much. So while he's ramping up his governorship campaign, he sends her out west to live with Dad, along with the aunt. And once she gets out there, it very much becomes this story of self-discovery, learning who you are, and learning who you want to be. And she does this by making 2 new friends and learning how to ride horses, and one of them being Spirit, this wild Mustang that's been captured, and only she's able to kind of develop a bond with it. They end up going on an adventure to free the horses, the wild horses family that was rounded up. The adventure really isn't anything to write home about, but the messages in this movie is everything that I want my daughter to be exposed to. Friendship, determination, fortitude, teamwork. These are the kind of values that I want her to be to experience in the movies that she watches. There was really no flaws that these kids had that were flaws that I wasn't okay with my daughter seeing. They had rebelliousness, they had there was some fibbing going on and whatnot, but this is all stuff that is very realistic as far as kids this age is concerned. But their actions were always for a greater good. So I don't know. I just felt very good watching this with her, and because of that, I feel like this is a very strong film. Not made for me. You know, I'm never gonna come home from a hard day at work, sit down on the couch, and be like, "Gee whiz, I'd really like to watch Spirit Untamed." It's never gonna happen. But watching it with my daughter, you know, I reviewed a movie last week, Magic Secret Magic Control Agency. My daughter loved it, but and while I had no problem with her watching it, she also didn't get anything from it. It was very shallow. Like there was no there was no GI Joe He-Man moment where this is what they were supposed to take away from this. It was just it was popcorn. There was at least more to Spirit Untamed. There was values that were being transmitted to young people there. And because of that, I definitely feel like there's a lot more value in my daughter watching this movie than some other popcorn film. So, I don't know, just kind of my take on it. I'm not really going to give this a grade because it wasn't for me, but I got to tell you, my daughter loved it. She loved it, and she's already asking, when's it going to be out on streaming? Because she wants to watch it again. So, take that for what it's worth, guys. Has any of you seen Spirit Untamed? Do any of you have kids that you've had to go watch it with? Let me know what their reactions were in the comments down below. Or maybe you're somebody you just love Spirit. No judgment here. No judgment here. You know, art is subjective. Maybe you just love that kind of stuff. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out a lot of content. Want to make sure that you're up to date with everything that I'm doing. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the Geeky Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.